Kaiser Permanente. They have meetings and stuff every so often where they just talk about how they can improve, even though they don't really do much. From my understanding of them, from my personal experience. But anyways, it got me back to the topic of that I had wanted to talk about a while ago, and that was the difference, or like the comparisons of Adderall and steroids. Now it sounds kind of stupid, but when you put it in the context I'm about to put it in, maybe it won't sound as ridiculous to compare the two. Now, the reason it came to my mind again is because of Adderall can be prescribed to anyone. So can testosterone. Obviously, you can't get prescribed, equipoise or tren, which would be fucking dope. Because I would just hit up a doctor I knew, like, yo, let me get some. Or, you can always go to Mexico, but fuck that. Anyways, here in America, while Adderall is prescribed easily, and if you guys watched Bigger, Faster, Stronger, or Generation Iron, well, Bigger, Faster, Stronger talks about how easy it is to get Adderall, and how and it also kind of goes over like the basis of what I was going to say about how that's used for people to, if you're going to call people that take steroids cheaters when it comes to building their body, then someone that's building their mind and their college education through Adderall should be considered cheaters too. So they shouldn't be given a diploma. If you're saying someone who has a dope ass physique, like a simian panda or something, well, nah. Ulysses Jr. is better. Simian panda has way too much decline. He should never look at a decline machine again in his life because it's so overdeveloped. But someone like Ulysses, who, if he had the gyno, he had to be taking something. If you haven't seen Louis Marco's video on it, you have to. It's funny. But, their fucking physique's still phenomenal, even though they've taken shit. So, the further into it is like, why would America make Adderall legal when steroids, again, this coming from Bigger, Faster, Stronger, was the main thing that helped us get over the hump and become the superpower, the elite, to get over Russia, who was smoking us because they had developed a steroid prior to us. My brother always talks about it, how the Germans had used some sort of steroid in both world wars, but it wasn't what it has become today. So we'll leave it at that. And the reason I'm thinking that because it's illegal, the steroids that is because there's no need to be that anymore as a country. Well, whatever was, okay. The reason it's illegal is because I don't think they want people becoming what you can become with steroids. It's not just you don't just get into this massive freak. There's all kinds of steroids, like Stanozol is one that I would really want to do, or Winstrol, which it's known as both. That's one that apparently a lot of athletes take because it makes your ligaments actually stronger and it makes you more explosive and you don't get that big. So if you consider those, that's awesome. You don't look like a freak. You're probably like 10, 15 pounds of pure muscle, which is still a lot for a human. Bigger, and you're more explosive. That's perfect, especially for for an athlete, like a football player, or even basketball. Hell, baseball. Fuck it, anything. But there's no need for that in America because we have plenty of athletes. We have plenty of people. So if it was legalized, you'd see so many people. And then another thing is, it makes you way more confident. From what I've seen, I haven't taken any. I've highly considered them, and I might soon. Who knows? But people I've seen that get on gear, they fucking shoot up with confidence, and that can lead to more success. And if that were to happen in mass amounts, the top 1% of America wouldn't like that. And a lot of people like that are in the pharmaceutical company. That's why Adderall is legal. I don't know why steroids aren't legal on a pharmaceutical grade. They might be. but then again, it's not as I would assume it's not as easy to get a prescription for that as it is Adderall. When literally you just go in, I can't really focus. It might be ADD. Boom, here, take Adderall. Shut up, leave me alone. Charge you like $2,000. That's a doctor for you here. Typical, anyways. Not all of them. Some are great. But the need to succeed now and to propel ourselves up higher as a country, I think, would be from a mental standpoint because of the evolution of humans. It's not so much, like with steroids, it was the Olympics. So we were seen as the stronger country, just like in Rocky IV, the Russians that were taking steroids before us. We had to keep up, so we made our own. Again, that's all in bigger, faster, stronger. But the need to have more intelligent individuals or have our intelligent individuals be even more intelligent with the help of a drug like Adderall. I've never taken that either, but I know people that have it prescribed to them. And then again, for Rich Piana, some people might not think he's a reliable source, but when it comes down to what he's going to say, what's in something, you better believe he's going to be telling the absolute truth. I mean, he's fucking telling all his steroids that he's taking, for God's sakes. So if he's saying there's a methamphetamine in it, and I've seen the effects, I've seen people like at raves on Adderall, and they look cracked the fuck out. Like their eyes are like all black. And so definitely the fact that there's meth in there is chill. I mean, not chill, but I mean, it's there. So why would something that has a methamphetamine, which is highly illegal, which Barry Bonds was actually, the only thing Barry Bonds was actually busted for, is never actually busted for steroids. Why would something like that be so easily available? And it could be because America is slipping big time as a country as far as its ranking, even though you get all the people from the South thinking we're number one and all that shit, raising their big old foam fingers up. And America's pretty great. I have a lot of issues with this fucking country, but it's up there still. I mean, considering a lot of things. And so the race, I think the race has shifted towards a more intellectual one. And fuck it, the more people we can get educated, intelligent, and can use to help develop this country, the better, is what I'm assuming. At the end of the day, though, this country, everything comes down to money, and I'm not sure how that would tie in with this exactly, but I'm sure there is somehow, some way. I don't know who made Adderall. Maybe whoever made it, it's just like that guy who bought the rights to those AIDS drugs and wound up getting caught with fraud. Thank God. That guy seemed like what a fucking asshat. He raises the fucking drug price for AIDS, which destroys tons of fucking average Americans, but Magic Johnson's still alive, yet there's no cure. And he raised the prices by 300%. That alone should have gotten him in trouble, but no. The minute he commits fraud and steals money from rich people, that's when he goes to prison. That's when he's a bad person. So maybe something like that is connected with Adderall and not steroids. Because I know the guy that created the steroids was just like was part of the Olympics, and the Olympians don't even get paid. It's cool PR stuff, but it doesn't really concern us, and it's only every 4 years. But those hats off to the athletes, because that's tremendous to be the best on the planet for that. But anyways, that's kind of my opinion on the matter. I think steroids should be legal. I don't think a lot of drugs should be legalized. If you ever get to travel the world, I was lucky enough to go to Europe after high school with the jazz choir. That's right. I fucking sang bass section, baby. And you don't see, the drinking age is 18, but you don't see people out there getting blacked out drunk all the time the way you do here in America. And it's just, I don't know, it's just when you force something away from people, it's going to make them want to do it more. So if you make steroids illegal, people that do get their hands on them are going to abuse them. And you don't die from them. You can die from side effects maybe, So I guess that technically is a direct correlation anyways, not a direct cause, but or you get dudes that just freak out and they get hooked on other shit, stuff that's legal, stuff that's easily able to get hooked on, like Vicodin, because you're in, you know, the pain comes when you're probably cycling off. You don't have all that stuff to help your body repair, and when you're blowing your body out in the gym, it's painful, and you can fuck up your back or anything. And you know, Vicodin's a great fucking painkiller. I had that after both my knee surgeries. I didn't really take them. I gave them to a bunch of other guys on the team that were in pain if they wanted some, back when I was playing football in high school. And but a couple times I would take 2 a night. Holy fuck, I'd sleep for like 12 hours. Felt like the Sandman was only focusing on me, just making me get all kinds of good sleep. But so shit, that's a big cause. So pharmaceutical drugs they control so much more than you could believe, and that's another reason why Adderall is so powerful, and why it'll always be legal, because whoever the fuck created it's going to keep making that money. And steroids will always be illegal because they're seen as cheating. I don't know how it's cheating though, but people say it is. But Adderall is completely fine. So if my IQ goes up fucking 80 points because I've been abusing Adderall, no one will give a shit. But if I put on 20 pounds of lean body mass because of a test cycle, and maybe like a low dose, a natty dose, if you will, Friesma, of a compound, then everyone loses their minds. It's a terrible Joker impersonation, but anyways. So that's my take on that shit. So, peace.